Hello everyone, welcome back to The Climb Is Mine. I'm Shadolina. This podcast is my accountability, a space where I share my wins, losses, and lessons as I grow stronger and stronger in my mind, body, and soul. Hope everyone had a great Memorial weekend. I wanted to talk about self-control and how I'm actually proud that I'm getting a lot better at it and not giving into, that self-gratification that's so instant, that dopamine hit. And it's not easy to control it, I will say. But I'm getting so much better because I'm being so aware of my thoughts and very intentional. And I think also being constantly aware of your thoughts is what has got me to where I'm at today in regards to my sobriety. Because I'm thinking what I'm thinking, but prior, for me, it wasn't easy for me to become sober. I had made that decision, and before last year, before January 5th, when I made that commitment that was it, before, it was very tough for me because I would not think of the precautions or how it would affect me in the future. It was something that would happen so damn fast that I wasn't even aware of it, because I would tell myself, okay, today I'm not going to drink, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, and the next thing, I'm drinking all day, I'm even on a bender. And prior to that, I was very determined in what I had told myself that I wasn't going to do. And the cycle continued, and I've learned this now, is because, you put yourself in bad situations, hanging around with the wrong people, and it just takes literally a second and everything will dissolve because you make a wrong decision. And it feels good in the moment, and you don't think of what's going to happen in the future. And now I'm so much better at that, and it's taken me a long time, and I'm still not perfect, and I falter at times in other aspects, but being aware and taking a step back and thinking, is this going to get me closer to my goal and the priorities that I have set for the day? So I'm always thinking, is this, whatever decision that I feel tension in, that I question myself, I ask myself, is this getting me closer to my goal? And if it's not, don't do it. So for instance, I had told myself at the beginning of the month, and I posted it I told you guys, that I was going to do no sugar. No refined sugars, just natural sugars. And I had one cheat day that I told myself that I was going to give, and it was going to be on Mother's Day. But I have been doing really, really well. I've been determined, committed, and I did have one cheat day, and it didn't even feel that great. I didn't go crazy or anything, but when you eat so clean and your body's used to it, when you put that refined sugar, it doesn't even taste the same as it used to. And then when you're determined and you want to be healthy, it just doesn't feel good afterwards either. And I remember that feeling because once I was eating it, I'm like, oh, this isn't even that great. And I have all this stuff that I had baked, and I make all these good treats for myself that have no sugar, that are healthy, like banana cookies or I make this really good cottage cheese mousse. Anyways, and I was just like, man, that stuff in the fridge tastes way better than what I'm eating right now. And I didn't feel good about it, so I moved on. So for instance, yesterday, I was out for Memorial, and I'm a sucker for cookies. I'm a real sucker for a good chocolate chip cookie. Baked goods are my thing. And there were sweets there. And in my brain, I was like, that little side of me was like, oh, you only have a week left. You can have one. It's the holiday. All these voices trying to control me. And I was very aware of it. I'm like, you're not going to get me this time. And I was remembered, okay, hey, is this going to get me closer to my goal? Even though I have a week left. And then I brought to memory how I felt when I had a little bit of cheat day a few weeks ago. And it didn't feel good. And I remembered it, and I said, absolutely not. I'm not going to do this to myself because I'm not gaining anything from it, and it's going to make me feel horrible. Because I've made that decision. And I am just grateful that I'm able to catch myself, my thoughts, control my emotions, be the dictator of what's going on in my life, and not allow these emotions to take over. Like, oh, it feels good. It's the holiday. You could do it. No, I'm in control, and I'm going to tell myself what to do. And I remember the instances. Oh man, I don't even think of drinking anymore. I'm so blessed, and I'm so grateful that has been completely removed. But I still have to be very careful. But the times that I messed up, or that I was, that I wanted to stop, and then I would catch myself drinking, the guilt and that after effect was so heartbreaking to me. And then I would spiral into depression because I had let myself down. I was hungover. I wasn't going anywhere. I felt like a loser. It was just all this negativity, and I knew that it was bad for me, but I would remember how much hurt it was to let myself down, because I want to be a woman of my word and stick to my word, and for instance, the same, like, it may be super simple for some people, or it may not be important to people. But like when you say you're going to do something, do it. That's what I want to continue to do. I could have totally ate the freaking cookie and not told anyone or hid about it or whatnot. But that doesn't do anything because I'm the one who's going to suffer. You know what I'm saying? It's me. I'm always battling against myself. Not who cares about everybody else. I don't care about everybody else. I'm worried about me. Because I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to elevate myself. I'm trying to control my crazy emotions that go through my body and my mind, and not be average, and be the best that I could be. And I need to, and if I want to be that person, I need to have credibility with myself, and I need to stick to what I'm saying that I'm going to do. And I'm so grateful that I have been able to learn how to control my emotions by taking that step back and really thinking, okay, is this going to make me closer to my goals? So think about that. If you're trying to do something, write it down and have a set goal daily. Be like, I'm not doing this today. And if that situation arises and you're having some kind of conflict, the question to ask is this making me closer to my goal, the person that you want to be? And if it's no, you don't do it. And if you can't figure out why or how not to do it, be like, okay, what is going to happen if I do this? Like, how am I going to benefit from it? How's it going to make me feel? These are things that need to be thought out instead of just going with the flow with everything and just being very reactive and not taking that step back and just doing everything out of reactive action, like that dopamine hit, just instant gratification. It's not a good thing, you know. And it's we live in a world that everything is instant gratification. You know, we need to learn how to control ourselves. So yeah, I was very proud yesterday, even though it seems super simple, you know. But you know, the simple things are the ones that really get you moving the needle and moving forward. And so yeah, I just wanted to share that. So if you're wanting to do something and you've been struggling with it, just always ask that question: does this make me closer to my goal? And then you can make your choice by, you know, from there. But I think it's a good one to ask, because most of the answers to that, you're not gonna, if you take that step back and really analyze and take some deep breaths and don't be so reactive. I have to like really put myself in a different position in which I just have to stop and even go in a room or think about the process. If it's something that's a little bit challenging for me, you got to remove yourself, take a couple of deep breaths, and you'll calm your nervous system down and you won't take the action right away. That really, really helps. Instead of being in the midst of it, where you're having a challenging time, go to the bathroom, take some breaths, analyze, and think about what you really, really want and how you want to benefit from it. So I have one more week. That I told myself, and I'm going to continue just because it's been so beneficial for me. I feel so good. I'm getting back on track. You know, for the most part, I mean, I do eat really healthy. I watch what I eat, but sugar is definitely my weakness. And it's probably just for the fact that I don't drink anymore. You know, drinking has all that sugar, and plus I just love the baked goods. But it's been awesome. And then, yeah, we'll see what happens from there. But it feels good to be in control and building that credibility and confidence in myself and learning how to control my brain, in which I can dictate and not have my body do whatever it wants because it feels like it right now. And there's so many other things that I need to work on. This is just one of them that, you know, that I do, but you know, there's a lot of them, and I'm sure I'll start implementing them more and more. But yes, I hope this message inspired you. Share it, like it. Remember that growth takes work, but it's worth it. You got to keep working at it. So keep strengthening your mind, body, and soul. I'll see you guys soon.